We're gonna go see a few properties.
Yeah, it's nice actually to probably have a little tour of at least some of the properties that I have.
We are back. It's been about, how long has it been since we were here last?
About 8 months, I think, October. So it's been a long 8 months with COVID and lockdown and red zones in Italy.
So we're here again in front of the Eden 2.0 bar. We were here in the end of October, basically like the 29th of October last year, 2020. And that's the first time that I had ever met in person Davide Mengoli here. Today we actually have another guest.
Yeah, we've got Walter De Cesario, which has been a very good find in Galatina, which is one of the towns that, well, with over 90 towns, I'm focusing all over Salento, but Galatina is proven to be a very great town for the real estate market, and Walter, it's very present on the market. So grazie.
Grazie a te.
And so just yesterday, actually, we had the privilege of completing on the sale, and it was nice to have Walter sitting there with a notary and with all the people that were involved in the purchase.
We wanted to recap, now that it's been like 8 months, we wanted to see how it's been going down here in Puglia. From what I hear, there's been quite an explosion of people that have actually been doing some remote purchasing through Salento with Love. Not only Salento with Love, I hear it from other contacts of mine as well, but from Salento with Love specifically, what's been your experience so far?
Well, what started as a very sort of gentle and with a lot of question marks has now proven to be a reality, and so we did the very first remote purchase in November of last year, so it was after we met. We had an American client, and so I call him the alpha client, the one that really trusted us through the process, or at least the process that I was saying that can be potentially achieved. And strangely enough, we only completed last night the particular sale because there was some paperwork to be resolved. So it took quite a long time. And in that interim, we've completed on a lot of other properties, all purchased totally remotely. So people trusting us through the process of selecting a property, inspecting the property, creating a plan of refurbishment as well, and looking after managing the property, and in a couple of cases already we are actually renting those properties already on booking. So the whole process has been tested, and it's just great. Too many hours probably I'm working, that's the only thing.
Yeah, I hope you're getting a break every once in a while.
We'll see.
Are the deals gone? Is that it? I mean, or are there plenty more coming up?
Well, can I say a number? I won't tell what I've done up until now, but we've got 11 in the pipeline or sort of exchanged already, waiting for just a date to complete, and probably around about 15 or just under 20 others that are in the process of searching, and we'll be finding the right property probably within the next few weeks. At the moment is really down to the amount of time and hours that I have in a day to look after this, because what I probably have explained in the past is not just about finding the property. For me is the consultancy element, and also what happens after the purchase, because everybody can help someone finding a property, and with incredible respect for all agents that all over Italy help and assist foreigners for finding the right property and purchasing it. But what happens after is always my big question mark, and so that's why we're very busy, because our work begins after, and with so many of them now that have been completed, I've got a lot of after to look after.
And do you get contacted by more actual Italians as well during this period?
Forse una domanda per te: se il mercato che hai notato in questo momento è un mercato più italiano oppure nei confronti del tuo mercato?
Prevalentemente gente da fuori, estero soprattutto. Abbiamo un appeal in questo momento sul territorio impressionante. Abbiamo tanta gente che viene da fuori per vedere la bellezza di questo territorio.
what we're going to do now, I believe, we're going to go see a few properties.
Yeah, it's nice actually to probably have a little tour of at least some of the properties that I have some special keys. Fancy carrying one of these actually. Well, I'm looking
Where do you put it?
Just like that. But yeah, I think we're gonna. It'd be nice to look at some of the properties. One of the properties that we saw together last time, and a couple of others that have been sold since. And also, it would be great to explore some things that have just come onto the market, and I get very excited as well, and I'd like to share with anyone out there.
All right, awesome. Subscribe to this channel, also to his channel, Salento with Love, so that you can find out. He does a lot of really cool property tours down in this area. Just stick around to the end of this video. We're going to check out something really cool.
So we're just going to go and see the first property that was acquired by one of our clients. And
oh, this is going to be beautiful, I expect. Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Qui abbiamo
È tutto bello.
un altro immobile al piano primo.
Sì?
Sì.
A vendita qua.
Abbiamo
There's
una
a house for
porzione.
sale.
Abbiamo una porzione di questo palazzo che non è grandissima.
Okay, Davide, we lost him.
Davide.
Where'd you go?
Oh, I get distracted very quickly
What did
when I
you
see
find
these
up there?
things. Well, I just saw that little.
What
This pillar, it looks like a Roman pillar actually. The shape of this ceiling is a lunetta where you've got the half moon sitting.
Luglio 2019. Io sono arrivato, il primo immobile è stato questo che ho preso e che oggi ha
Cambiato forma.
And so that crack is no big deal, you say?
Well, that's a deal, yes. I've actually seen this property inside with Walter, and it was offered to us, but yeah, I don't feel very comfortable with that crack. And so, are you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
We're just there now. So, should I get the keys out?
Is this the giant key?
This is the giant key. Look at the size of this key. I got this key yesterday at the notary. We signed. We'll take this yellow tag
I
off.
didn't realize that was his. Nice.
And
I've made a pretty good friend through this YouTube experience and connected him to Davide, and Davide helped him buy this house. So that's pretty exciting.
And Walter helped me negotiating an amazing deal. And as you turn around, we are looking at the whole property here. So from this property here, where the lady yesterday sitting in the notary had a little tear coming down because she was born in this house. Her mother died 30 years ago, and for that reason they never wanted to sell the property. But now, you know, she's also getting on, and so they've decided to sell the property. So we're going to go in, and the property is that area there, that entrance there, doing a second property, the whole of the upstairs, and then downstairs, which is a storage area, which for me is like stepping into the 15th century. He's got an old fireplace down in the basement. What's a fireplace doing in the basement? So should we go in there first?
Yeah, let's do it. I'll follow you. So this is out of the hands of Walter now. Now it's in the hands of Davide and Salento with Love. I didn't expect that. Turn the light on.
Wow.
Wow is right. Beautiful vaulted ceilings.
These properties, they get me really, really excited because some people look at these properties and they think, wow, there's so much work. And I look at them and I think, no, there is so much to be recovered.
Yeah.
The last thing you want to do is to work on these properties. Just the patina that has been built over 100 and more years, you just want to leave it. You just want to take off the areas that are not stable anymore and just paint it and just leave everything as it is, because these colors and these patterns that time has allowed you to achieve, they can't be reproduced in any other way. So she was telling me yesterday that she was born here, a brother as well, so father and mother, so 4 people living in this room and that room. And for all the girls that complain about the bathroom not being big enough, well, Francesca only had that bathroom to deal with and to put the makeup on.
This is the only bathroom. Wow. This one, I feel like I might be taller than it. My goodness. So interesting.
Sorry, there was a blue bottle there. They've probably taken it as part of a family.
You got the bed though. They took all the good stuff.
Tin of Quarta coffee, it's quite special because they haven't lived there for over 40 years. So that's how old that is.
He was saying that he was gonna look for someone to divide the garbage from the good stuff, you know? Like, for example, maybe there's something unique.
There would definitely be something unique that it's worth
I
keeping.
kind of have the expectation that as an American or a foreigner, 99% of it's going to be unique, so you're going to be really hard to throw some stuff away, you know? Like, there's still tomato sauce in those bottles. Do we keep them?
Well...
Wow. Has he said what kind of ideas he's had for the property?
So obviously the potential with this property is to create a beautiful bedroom with an ensuite bathroom and a living area. So as you're coming in, if it is a place for you to spend some nights here or as a holiday home in the courtyard, which is totally private, then this could be a really great living area with a small kitchen area and your sofa, and that back area could be the bedroom with an ensuite bathroom. So although it's small and contained, but it can offer quite a lot. I like this. This is probably a nice feature to keep. There's a rosemary there. We believe that this space could be connected to the upstairs as well. But these properties have gone through so many changes. This part of Galatina is probably the oldest part of Galatina, 14th century, as is quite obvious from the basement downstairs. So the property next door is probably a little older. And this courtyard, once it gets cleaned up, you can have some flowers or you can really do something with it. It's quite lovely to have this privacy as well. Sometimes being practical has taken over the history, and so that cornice there has been cut.
Practicality was more important than history for a while.
Yes. Anyone sort of looking at a property turnkey did a full video on this property a couple of weeks ago. It's a walk through the house in Galatina. The house has been fully restored and it's got all the historic features from the cementine floor, the star-shaped ceilings that are all been exposed.
Just this corner.
It's just this corner coming all the way around, which obviously once that gets restored, you have the beautiful courtyard totally restored. Okay. And also a house that is totally turnkey, which are always very, very rare to find. Should we go upstairs first? Yeah?
Yeah.
And use the big key?
Is that what we need?
I've never used this big key, so...
Hopefully we figure it out.
No, non c'ho idea.
You stick it in and turn it. That's what I know. Worked?
I heard a click.
No, chiavistello.
So we use that, and then...
Chiavistello.
Oh, wow.
Fila di chiavistello.
Oh. You may want to change the lock into something a little bit easier to get in and out for your guests. And then you step into this beautiful space, vaulted ceiling, and the cast iron to die for. This is the detail. This is one of the first things I noticed when I saw this property for the first time. The detail in that. Very, very special once it gets polished. Even the handrail in this very hard wood.
I think I'm killing it with this light here. There we go. As a space, designed the same, one room, second room, spare room.
That's exactly what I was thinking. So this could be a living area, and the same thing can be reproduced. Obviously, this is a lot more historic as part of the building.
You got some friends in here.
And this is quite a nice touch as a detail, as the star-shaped ceiling sitting there.
Finishes there. Where does this take you?
This takes you into the poop hole.
The poop hole?
Yeah, so this goes all the way up to the roof. We're going to see this when we go up on the roof. And that was the septic tank originally. Even if it wasn't that much, it would still inject a little bit of light.
Yeah,
so this could
nice,
become just a glass fixed door and just introduce a gentle amount of natural light in. And then going upstairs, these stairs have been gentrified, so the top layer has been added on, and probably because of that, some of the cracks have been appearing, but we've checked that, and it's extremely stable. It's just where the metal has rusted a little bit and is expanded so they can be sealed and filled. And I love this texture as well. I mean, obviously a lot of it needs to come off because it's not stable anymore, but anything that stays can actually be consolidated and can just remain. We still have some old, although they're broken, some really funky ceramic switches.
Yeah.
This is the front room.
This is really large compared to what I was expecting, no?
So again, just like downstairs, this could become a sort of a day living area space with overlooking into the courtyard.
Oh, nice. We got some features, floor features. And there he is. Hey. Hey, Walter. Wow. So how did you find this initially? Just through
I
research?
found this many months ago. Walter rang me to say that he had something special to show me, and I just came in one morning. I saw this property. I remember doing a couple of videos on Instagram, and then I just left it at that. Because as property finders, we just look at a lot of things, and sometimes they're just left there. And then when we were searching for this particular client, this came to mind, and together with other properties, and in the end this one was selected. The patina here is just to die for, this soft green. It can just be polished, cleaned, wherever it's unstable can be removed rather than plastering or doing anything strange.
And there is always a little bit of light being
Again, this is the little bit of light coming through there, and this is where they've created this little toilet that obviously need to disappear, or we can turn it into some shelves. So we close the door. And there is another room just there.
So I noticed you have is there
The roof terrace, yes, for the whole...
That's exactly, when I talked to him originally, this is like, I need something like a roof terrace or...
Well, this particular unit alone is a very, very special unit. It's extremely rare because it gives you the privacy of being in a little courtyard, and you step outside and within 2 minutes you're in the center of the square. You have a bedroom in a very quiet street. You don't have cars or sounds, so anyone who likes to sleep well. And then you have a really great space. You can have a sofa here and just a little bit of furniture, and you can have a really wonderful living space. And the same thing could be reproduced downstairs.
Can we see up there?
Absolutely. So I don't know if this one holds, maybe. It's got 1 inch left in the middle.
Well, we'll be careful, I guess.
Get ready for a very beautiful space out here. Details immediately that you get confronted with like that.
Oh yeah. I can imagine him always enjoying his view of the historical center.
Here again, once the floor here gets cleaned and the joints get done and everything gets painted, it's a beautiful space to come and enjoy. I love it.
Yeah, I could see why he chose it.
So again, that's the main square. That's the cathedral there, San
Yeah,
Pietro
I don't
and
remember what
Paolo.
the second one is. But
That's just the one attached to the back of the
oh,
same
yeah,
church.
Okay, I remember. Well, from here I can see multiple communities as well. I mean, that's probably Corneliano de Otranto, no?
That's Salento.
That's Salento.
And that's Salento because the bell tower, which doesn't have any bells in it, but the tower, it's one of the, I think it's the second biggest tower in Italy. A very historic piece of architecture in Italy. Salento. Corigliano, it's over there.
Just to the left of the factory.
The left of the,
For these two properties together, how much did you end up having to, how much did it cost?
the price was negotiated as 29,000 euros, which, yeah, and we, I was very pleased to be able to help him through the process. And it's the first time that I came across a situation where the cadastral value was greater than the actual price that was agreed. First time I came across that, so hat off to the negotiator. That was the agency involved in
Nice.
allowing us here.
Well, we're gonna go and check out a few more properties perhaps. If you like what you saw here, make sure to let us know in the comments so we can make more of this type of content. I particularly do like this area. It seems very, how do you say, it has everything you're looking for in an Italian lifestyle. At the same time, the beaches are within 20-30 minutes. Like beautiful,
Correct.
beautiful beaches, sandy beaches, some of them rocky beaches, but at the same time, pretty much everything. And so that's it for now. Thanks for checking out this video. Thanks to Davide. Subscribe to his channel if you haven't yet. And definitely, there's going to be a link in the description for anyone interested in picking up a property like this, because Davide, he doesn't just focus on the purchase of it. He focuses on everything that you need in order to purchase it. He can assist you there. He can assist you finding it. He can assist you renovating it. He can assist you managing it at the end. And that's kind of like the all-inclusive, the big package that he's dreamed up here in Salento. And we love it so far.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you guys later.
No, too late. Mother and father, mom and dad.
Both of them together.
Yeah, I know what you're saying about the faccialista, but you know the problem with the faccialista